I prepared this for you at the house.
Okay, before you add hot sauce and mustard on these, continue though.
Listen, okay.
This is the Jennifer special.
This is Jennifer special.
Continue to create over here.
I like a little splendor.
All
I
right.
put splendor on
You're
everything.
tweaking.
Don't me, y'all. Hold on. We got.
Why are you still putting it on the mic?
Wait.
This is insane.
This is insane. The energy is amazing.
Yeah. It's an awesome crowd. You got a good. And the setup is
You like the setup?
Yeah, it looks, this is amazing, man.
I gotta ask you, since you from my hometown.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it got a Chicago vibe up here?
It does feel, that's why I feel so at home.
It feels at home, right? Right. So we cross paths a lot in Chicago, right? Or just now in the industry, right?
Yeah. No, I feel like I've known you my whole life.
Yeah?
Yeah. Come on, man. You know who you are.
Oh my God, you can't stand this.
No, man, growing up in Chicago, when you were on American Idol, I just remember, that was a whole time in our lives,
Really?
just
How old were you, Chance, when I was on American Idol?
I was probably maybe 10 or 11.
You were? He was 10 or 11, y'all.
But it was a journey to watch you go from, we all rooted for you. We knew you from the days of you working at Burger King to you being Oscar winner. Yeah.
You know about Burger King on 87th State?
Come on, man. Everybody knows the Burger King on 87th, yo. I went to the theater on 87th when you did Dreamgirls.
Is that where you saw that?
Standing ovation. Yeah.
Really?
Man, you deserve all of this, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to have you here today.
But we know each other.
Yes,
I
we do.
see you at the studio and stuff.
We do run into each other quite a bit in the studio in Chicago. And you grew up on, what part of Chicago did you grow up on?
I grew up out south on 79th.
79th?
Yeah.
79th and what?
In Princeton, right off in
Princeton?
Yeah, I was right by Simeon.
Because I was on 75th. Yeah, my brother went to Simeon.
Yeah, you was on 75th.
We having a Chicago moment. I hope y'all don't mind. Because like me, you still live in Chicago.
Yeah. I still live there to this day, and you still live in Chicago.
Yes, I do. I feel like I always say it allows my feet to touch the ground. What's your reason of why you still live in Chicago?
Probably the same reason. It's just real people and real my family is there, and there's a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of beautiful places in the world that I love and I love to visit, but there's no place like home.
No place like home. That is for sure.
Yeah.
You started dancing?
Yeah, I started out as a dancer. Yeah, I used to do talent shows and impersonate Michael Jackson and do stuff like that. Yeah.
Look at
the best of. Oh my God, you have a picture of me.
Yes, we got a picture. How old were you on this picture?
Probably 5. Oh, that was my kindergarten graduation. So I was 5 years old.
Did you perform?
Yeah.
You performed at your kindergarten?
I had a whole moment. I had the program, and it's all the kids sing Aladdin. All the kids do this. Just Chance, Michael Jackson. So that was a big deal. No cap.
Okay. So where was some of the first places you performed at in Chicago?
The first places?
Yeah, growing up.
I think I did a lot of the talent shows at the DuSable.
Yeah.
Where you're on a showcase, a lot of kids performing, and it's you never know if, who else is gonna be on the bill. I played with a lot of shows with magicians and comedians. Thank you for that laugh. No, there was a time when it wasn't. Chicago venues didn't really want to book hip hop for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was tough to book shows for a while. But me and my friends, the first show I remember that we did in Chicago, at Reggie's Rock Club, over by where the Ickies used to be, and we sold that joint out, and the venue didn't even really want us to have the show there. And now all they do is hip hop. So shout out to Chicago hip hop.
You had to be a huge part of that. So. You seem to take a lot of chances. Why is that important to you?
I think being an artist is about autonomy and agency and being able to decide how the world looks to you and how you want it to feel. And so that's kind of I think ingrained in anything I make. I'm always trying to just show how I feel. So it's typically gonna look different and look like I'm taking a chance, but it's just typically whatever I believe in that moment.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, so you gotta tell everybody about your new music festival that you're starting.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad to talk about it. Yeah, my new music festival, the Black Star Line Festival, is taking place January 6th at the Black Star Square in Accra, Ghana, West Africa.
West Africa.
Yeah.
that's amazing because artists rarely travel to Africa to tour, right?
We don't typically like play a lot of shows, especially in West Africa. And I think it's kind of by design, maybe, I don't know. Like, but I found that out. Like my first trip to Ghana actually was this year in January, and I played everywhere. I played in like small markets in like Poland and like everywhere, but like I've never really been booked on the continent except for South Africa. But West Africa is very different. It's got a rich history in terms of like the role it played in Black liberation globally, like, you know, and it's been a spot throughout history for Black people from all over, not just the U.S., but like us in the islands and in the UK and South America, like to go and to live and to find peace and to also just like create connection and network. And so we're kind of trying to continue this like history that started before us of you know, that started with like Marcus Garvey and the Black Star Line of like having a network like globally. We should be in contact and in communication. And so first festival outside the
first festival.
And yeah, make sure you be there. Yeah.
Yes. Can you explain deeper like the meaning of the Black Star Line?
Yeah, I would love to talk about that on daytime TV. So the Black Star Line. She liked that one a lot. The Black Star Line was a shipping company that was started in the early 1900s, I think 1919, by Marcus Garvey, who was a Black businessman and activist who lived in New York, who just wanted to create a network of Black people around the world. And he thought that through industry, through owning a shipping, like they had like real like, you know, ocean liners, like big cargo ships that would go between the Americas and, you know, the islands. And the goal was eventually to create a network that went across to West Africa. And in that, in what he did and in, you know, the spirit of Garveyism, there's been a lot of created connection between Black folks on our side and across the Atlantic. And so, you know, I kind of believe that the more connection that we have, the more conversation that we have, the more that we understand that we are everywhere, you know, the stronger the movement will be.
The stronger the movement will be. Ain't that amazing? I love that. Right? Okay. See, you take chances. I love that. That's amazing. And you just brought your dad to Ghana.
I did.
What was that like?
Yes, I did.
What was that like?
It was deep. It was like, you know, so like what a lot of us don't typically know is that a lot of our grandparents and great-grandparents did have connections between West Africa and here. Like, and my great-grandmother, I just learned that this year when I went out there. My great-grandmother spent a lot of time in Ghana and worked with a church out there, built a couple of schools. And my father was actually the only one out of all of his siblings, his cousins, his aunts and uncles that didn't make the trip out there. And it was his first time this year at 59 years old getting to go out there. And because so many of us, like, you know, live and die without ever making it to the continent. The world is ours. Like, we have to travel, we have to create connection, we have to support, we have to...
Yes. Take it from Chance. How old are your kids?
How old are my kids? I have a 7-year-old.
7-year-old.
My daughter Kinsley just celebrated her 7th birthday, and my youngest Marley is 3 years old.
Aww.
Yeah.
Are they performers too, like you?
They are very performative, for sure. No, but they love singing. They both love to dance and both love to sing. They're both magnificent girls. I love them.
Aww. Now, so my son, obviously, he just told me, Mommy, I had no idea you were this famous. Do your kids, they realize how famous you are, Dad?
No, you know what? I don't think they recognize that I'm famous. They know that like people like stop me a lot when we go out and like I take pictures with people, I sing songs. Maybe they know I'm famous. You know what it is? They know I'm famous, but I don't think they know anybody else is famous.
That is so cute.
Which is awesome. It's awesome. No, they don't get impressed by anybody that I bring around, I show them that I'm with, but they know that I sing and they like my songs. So I'm gonna hold on to that while I can, you know?
That is adorable. Okay, so Halloween is coming up.
Halloween is coming up.
Are you gonna take them trick-or-treating?
Yeah, until I get tired.
Until you get tired?
I'm gonna take them for a second.
You gonna take them for a second?
You know what I'm saying?
He said, I'm gonna take them for a second.
They used to be taking us to Hallelujah night. Like, I didn't even get to do all that. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
Hallelujah night. Explain Hallelujah night.
It means you not getting no candy. You're gonna pray. You're gonna pray instead of getting candy. No, but I went trick-or-treating a couple times when I was a kid. There was also like, you know, a lot of scares, you know, like when I was younger, like they used to have to like unwrap our candy for us and all types of stuff.
Right, me too.
I don't know why. It's also like the beginning of getting cold when it's fall. So it's like
in Chicago, it's crazy.
No, it's insane. That wind chill.
And then that rain
you
be
gotta
crispy.
walk backwards down the street.
Oh my God, that wind be blowing. See, that's that Chicago coming out.
Bro.
Okay, you gotta go back to this Hallelujah thing because I know for me
Hallelujah
growing
night.
up in church, we used to have we used to have to dress up as biblical characters.
Yeah.
And we wasn't allowed to go out trick-or-treating. So this Hallelujah thing sounds familiar to that.
Mine wasn't dress up. It was more similar to like watch hour, or like you come in and you just go. It's like you just pray, I guess, and learn. I don't remember. I only really went like
So that's
twice.
what y'all did on Halloween. He only went like.
I mean, it's like a thing where I feel like it's good to have your kids with you, regardless of what you're doing on Halloween. So if you take your kids to trick or treat, if I don't, I'm not a bad dad. It's it's also not cause of Hallelujah night. Sometimes you just be tired. You know what I mean? Like.
I understand that. I was just talking about mine, honey.
You know what
They
I mean?
will. Wait till they get 13 like mine, and then they come up with an even bigger mind of their own chest.
No, I
That's
can
next,
imagine.
okay?
13.
Yep, that's coming. You sit there and you think about it.
I did just sit there and think about it.
I see it on your face.
Crazy.
Now, my son them love rap chips. We need a Chance rap chip. And then I think a couple of singers need a chip. You heard of the rap chips?
The rap chips.
You ain't heard of the rap? Anybody heard of the rap chips? You see the rap chips?
Oh, rap snacks, yeah.
See, I call them rap chips. They call it the rap snacks.
Yeah, the brand is rap snacks.
We want to know,
rap chips.
the boys told me to ask you, what would your flavor taste like? Aha. Ha-ha.
Original? I don't know.
It'll be original?
I love rap snacks.
Okay. Now, you gonna send me a shout out for my chip. I got a flavor I want you to try. Can I experiment on you, Chance? And you try my chip flavor?
Sure. All right.
See, I might have to use some of the Harold flavors.
Harold?
You said Harold's was one of your favorites, right?
I knew that this.
He looks so concerned because Jennifer is not a cook. See, check this out. So look, we love mustard. Look, why you concerned, Chance? Look. So we got a bit of lime juice right here, right?
Okay, I see
and
the
then
limes.
You see my mustard?
The
That's
mustard
one of
is
my
throwing
favorite
me.
sauces.
Okay.
You gotta have you some hot sauce. Hold on. Let's get it a little closer. This is my kitchen right now, y'all. So Chance, we like to experiment when we at home. Your kids gonna wanna do this. So what we gonna do is you gonna try this for real, Chance? Chance look real.
I can't merge it. I don't know if I am
real
going to try
suspect.
this.
I'm gonna go this way. We doing this Chicago style, okay? Bam, you see that we call this all-purpose.
Okay.
Adobe, okay? So I've been experimenting a little lime juice. We're gonna sprinkle this on here for you. Hold the line. There it go, right there. I prepared this for you at the house.
Okay,
but
before you add hot sauce and mustard on these drinks,
you think I should
pull
stop
this one to
there?
the side. No, because this
Okay,
look decent.
okay,
This look
okay.
almost decent. I don't know that much about adobo.
Chance.
But all right, but continue though.
Listen, okay.
This the Jennifer special.
This
I'm
the
still
Jennifer
watching. Continue
special.
to create over here.
I like a little Splendor.
All
I put
right.
Splendor on
You're
everything.
tweaking.
Don't me, y'all. Hold on. We got.
Why are you still putting it on the one chip?
Wait. You don't let me put it on the one chip.
I thought you were still like making your whole special drink.
Okay. Well, you pulled the chips aside. That's
Yeah,
all
because I was like, it looked like you about to do 5 more steps.
Okay. Look, we gonna put on my favorite. Which chip you want me to put it on?
Bro, put it on
Put
one
it
of
on.
these.
Put it on. Put it. Now y'all gonna want to buy this from the single chip. Hold on, Chance. Don't run that on me, Chance. Hold the line. And just a little mustard. That's the single chip. Come on, I taste it with you. No?
Go crazy, don't stop.
You want me to try it first?
Do you really do this?
No, I don't, but I'm experimenting.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, why?
If I let Chance taste this, he might not come back to the house. So I'm not gonna make you taste it, Chance.
You ate the chip for me?
Well, no, you gonna try it.
No, I don't want to try it, but I felt like you just put yourself in the line of fire for me.
I did, because you my Chicago friend.
I love you,
Thank
G.
you.
You're the one.
See?
You're so real. I love
You see that?
Just because I love you so much.
I'm gonna package it up and I'm gonna send it to you, okay? I'm gonna make you a special Jennifer Hudson singer chip. And I'm gonna send it to your address on the south side of Chicago, okay,
This chip
friend?
beating you right now. I can hear it in your voice.
It's good.
No way. No way.
No?